them pussy niggas really shot sleep. One time for my niggas in the drop tees. I just stayed on doing 90, had to drop speed. Stay true, ducked out, tryna clock me. I live my life on a cooler, straight gold. Stay mean, never change, gotta get dope. Has it wicked, was a shake away to get old. That was really harder than I thought I had it 10 toe, 10 fold.
What's up, y'all? We're here at what was formerly Dybbuk HQ in Brooklyn. It's Sunday. I got a couple things to get done today. I just got to the warehouse. Today, the big project is submitting production for some of the rest of the summer stuff, like the Warp, putting an order in for those and some other Vortex colorways. Oh, and some clothes. Like I got this sample hoodie on, super fire, crazy French terry, some hoodies, some shirts, some button-ups, some shorts. And yeah, that's my big project today. So I've been putting off making videos like this, like vlog in front of the camera shit, because I really don't want to be in front of the camera like that. In my perfect world, I would just kind of be more like behind the scenes, designing, traveling, speaking with manufacturers. I come to realize like I spend so much time on YouTube watching so many videos. I feel like we put so much work into each project. I'm not doing it justice without making a video that goes through all the details that we go through. So I'm gonna try to start doing more videos like this. I used to do Donnie tapes, I kind of covered it, but I feel like a lot of shit could be more explained too. You'll probably hear noises in the background. We're in Brooklyn. This is like an industrial part of town. People like to come over, especially on Sundays, and whip around here and like do donuts and shit. So I put up on my story the other day that I was gonna do a video kind of like explaining things and asking for questions. Obviously, the number one question I got is why Skyrat? Why is Dybbuk not anymore or whatever? The answer might be less interesting than you think. In 2018, I quit my day job to make customs full-time. Back then, I had an Instagram page that I started a couple years before that. I was kind of late to IG. I started it and named it Donnie the Dybbuk as an inside joke. My homies from back home nicknamed me Donnie the Dybbuk because I used to be crazy as shit. I used to get super fucked up. I was drinking, smoking heavy. I would get into a bunch of fights. Like I was just wild as shit. Dybbuk was like a word for like a demon or something. So we laughed about it. We thought it was funny. We never like took it that serious. And then I made that IG page as like an inside joke with them when I moved to New York. I'm originally from Ohio, but I've been in New York for like 10 years now. And the only job I've ever really had in New York is working as a bartender and a server at a restaurant. It's called Peaches in Brooklyn. While I was working there, the custom stuff started to pop off and I quit my job. If you go watch one of the other vlogs we posted a couple years ago at this point, I think it's called What is Dybbuk or something like that. You'll see kind of like how I started the company and how I went from customs to factory production or whatever. So I'm not gonna get into that, but the name Dybbuk wasn't on purpose. Originally, when I went to start factory production, I tried to trademark the brand name Donnie because everybody was calling the shoes Donnies anyway. Nobody knew how to pronounce Dybbuk. Everybody was kind of confused by it and everything. And it was really just an inside joke with the homies. So I went and tried to trademark Donnie and call my brand Donnies, but somebody owned that trademark. So I couldn't get it. Nobody had Dybbuk. So organically, I'm like, fuck it. Like, that's a cool brand name. Like, let's run with it. Everything I've done isn't like maybe how you're supposed to do it. I never went to school, but if you went to business school or whatever, they would tell you like you're supposed to lay out all these different details before you actually get started. But I never did any of that. Everything I did was completely organic. I was just like, yo, like Donnie the Dybbuk, brand's Dybbuk, whatever. Over the years, it stopped like resonating with me. When I started the brand, I was at a different stage in my life. I was way crazier. I was just like a different mindset. Over time, Dybbuk kind of took this shape of us being like, big corporations are the real demons. They're the real Dybbuks. They're the real things that we don't fuck with. And when we made the Lucky Sevens, it was kind of like our stab at them. It's like an anti-corporate company type of vibe. I still felt some of the messaging, but the name itself, like I basically just grew out of it. If you're a creative person, you could fall in love with something or fall into love with something. Like I fell into the name. It wasn't something that I really went for. I needed to change. End of last year, we had a crazy fourth quarter, basically fall, winter. For whatever reason, we usually don't. We do really strong like summers. Maybe just people just like sneakers in the summer. They fly through more. And then the start of this year was also insane. It's been insane. It was kind of a weird time to switch the brand name. You would think with that momentum, like, nah, it's a sign, you keep the name or whatever. But I kind of viewed it the other way. Like if there was ever a time to switch it up, it shouldn't be out of necessity. It should be out of like a power move. All right, I have this momentum. Let me carry it into the new brand. Really, it's truly more of a rebrand than a new brand. The name Skyrat came out, another organic pull, basically. The origin of the name itself came from pigeons. It's the most New York character. New York made me who I am. It made my brand what it is. The most underdog, underappreciated character. Like people treat them like rats, like they're rodents, like they're nasty. But really, like you could even Google it. Pigeons are the same as doves. It's the same species, everything. It's a beautiful creature. It's a cool, resilient kind of like New York character. Skyrat isn't like the pigeon as the image, but that's just where the name originated. And then as I'm thinking about it, Skyrat kind of sounds like skate rat, which was always what I was. Even to this day, I got tattoos, I wear baggy clothes. When I go into meetings, I went into a meeting with Chase Bank the other day. Nobody expects me to be what I am. And that's kind of how I feel about the name Skyrat. It's for like the characters that could get misjudged, or somebody that, you know, if you love sneakers, you're a sneaker collector, you'll wear sneakers into places where you're supposed to be in hard bottoms or something else. That's what kind of spawned the idea. Really like the higher level part of Skyrat and why we run with build, destroy as one of the current kind of like taglines is it's really like yin yang. Like my hand tattoos, a building and a skull, is about build, destroy. I'm the type of person where every day you have the two choices of what to do. Everything you have the two choices, down to every meal. It's like, am I gonna eat ice cream or a salad, you know, or whatever. The yin yang of build, destroy, light, dark, heaven, hell, ups, downs, sky, rat. As we expand the brand, we'll lean more into that story. Like the very first campaign we put out, that video of the coach trying to rev up the players, and they're clearly super shitty players. The two opposites colliding, and where in life that's funny and beautiful and interesting. So I'll continue to kind of expand on the storyline as we go, but that's the general why Skyrat. Really, I grew out of Dybbuk. We're kind of leaning into like sportswear mixed with skatewear, workwear kind of vibe, because that's the origins of me. Like I grew up skating, I grew up playing sports. Most of the dopest references come from sportswear, skatewear, the footwear element, the Lucky Sevens, or like, you know, vintage Jordans. Old Dunks and Jordans were super underappreciated. They were on sales racks and everything. And until skateboarders picked them out and repurposed this vintage sportswear into skatewear, nobody cared. Like nobody thought it was fire. We are the trendsetters. We're the reason that people gravitate towards products. I'm taking all the different things that I kind of learned over the years and put into Dybbuk, and just kind of leaning into it heavier with Skyrat, kind of drawing it out and painting the picture and telling the story of my childhood, skatewear, streetwear, sneaker culture, a little bit deeper than just like some collectible hype, stupid, like price-oriented shit. I'm not into any of this for the money. I'm into this stuff because I was doing it on my off days when I had a real job, and now a ton of people resonate with the stuff I do. Everything that we have coming is the best shit we've ever done. Every new shoe, every clothing item, like everything gets edited and improved as we go. So I'm just super happy with how everything's going. Another frequently asked question that I got in that story I put up the other day was, how did I find sneaker manufacturers? It's the same way you find anything, really. A little bit of poking around, Googling stuff, going to sourcing conventions. Most people would go on a site like Alibaba, something like that. There's tons of really good manufacturers on sites like that. You're just paying premiums because most of them are middlemen. A lot of my manufacturers nowadays are straight manufacturers, not somebody taking a fee. It's me speaking directly with a factory. Finding a shoe manufacturer is all trial and error. I've been doing this now since 2018, full factory production since 2020. A lot of it is just trying and trying and trying. I mean, we've sampled, I'll do more videos on different samples. We've sampled from probably at least, I don't even know how many factories, honestly. A lot of times we'll have them like fight against each other. Not really, but like you'll send the same sample to both manufacturers and you just see like who's got the better one. It's that simple. Who's not cutting corners, who's using the best materials, who's the best to communicate with, who's moving quicker. How to find any manufacturer is that process. You start poking around, you ask around, and then you just fire off samples with different people. Until you have enough money, like I first built up the revenue from the customs to start doing all that factory stuff, I would do stuff locally. I would start printing tees locally instead of spending that bullshit money on going out at a bar or whatever. Buy some samples. You're not going to see that money back for a while because it is so expensive to get it started up. Another question was, when's the next pop-up? First week of June, we're gonna do another Cincinnati pop-up. That's my hometown. That's originally where I'm from. Last time we went there, I didn't know how it was gonna turn out, and it was low-key crazy. Somebody wanted to know when the next hikers are coming out. Those Portugal hikers that we did a couple years ago, like the orange ones, the black ones, the gray ones, I can't use that manufacturer anymore. He became so slow. Like the black hiker production took over 8 months, not including shipping, which is fucking insane. Maximum a shoe production should take like 3 months. When you get down to business, it should be like 45 days, maybe 2 months. 8 months on that, and he became really slow with responding. I have super crazy samples we made with him, but until I can move that shoe to another factory, I'm not really sure when those hikers will come back. Really, like the more each model takes off, the more variety we'll be able to put out, and the more we'll be able to like dip back into bringing other stuff back. Somebody asked if I'm ever gonna be sponsoring people. I kind of always have homies and just like kids around New York that need product. Throughout the years, I've given away probably at this point thousands of shoes to just like New Yorkers who need shoes. We've definitely donated thousands of shoes. I think we're almost, or we might even be at $1 million worth of donations over the 8 years we've been in business. It's dope to be able to do that. I've kind of always sponsored people. As for like making a real like skate team, if that's what you're asking, I would love to. We're working on 3 different skate shoe models right now that are kind of getting closer in sampling. If I can have consistent skate shoes out, I would love to have a team and a filmer and be putting out videos and doing all that. In general, I want to vlog more over time. It'll help me kind of like explain more of what I have going on here. Drop a comment on what you want to see. We have tons of samples that I need to go over. We have tons of upcoming stuff, tons of old product. I might even dip into like my personal collections. You know, I'm a collector myself, so got a crazy closet at home. I got a crazy sneaker stash here. Let me know what you guys want to see. This is the warehouse right now. It's messy as fuck because we're kind of in between reshifting it around. We cleared out a bunch of stock with a lot of the last Dybbuk drops and sales and stuff, so we have tons of empty shelves to fill up. A lot of that is about to get filled because there's a boat with a shit ton of Skyrat sneakers on it right now. These are some of the samples that we haven't posted yet. The MVPs are crazy. I'm loving brown and stuff, the black on blacks, of course. I forgot to post these too. This is a warp colorway. I don't know why I forgot to post, but these are cool, something calm. These are probably my favorite. Right now it's Dybbuk branded because we first sampled these so long ago, but this colorway is just so different and so clean. That's probably my favorite one. These obviously super wearable. Something about these too. This feels like maybe like a Valentine's Day type vibe, but yeah, there's tons of fire shit. These will be coming out soon too. Don't mind the mess. We're shooting a bunch of shit, but these might come out next month, or these might end up first at the Cincinnati pop-up before they go online. These are crazy gas. Sub up, drop some comments, drop likes, and let me know what you guys want to see in the next one, and we'll see what happens.
Hey, my nigga, I'm 100% thoroughbred, my nigga. I'm gonna hold mine down, my nigga, straight like that, huh?